Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Sol here, and today is Monday, April 24th, and we have Hammerman fleet on the archipelago and we're ready to go ahead and defend against him. But before that guys, I want to give you a big thanks for all the support that you guys have placed on the channel. We have reached 906 subscribers. We have jumped over, I want to say over 60-70 subscribers over the last week. Really amazing. Thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. So that being said, let's go ahead and defend against Hammerman. I don't have a lot of time this morning. I have a couple things that I need to do. So I'm gonna load my circle bait. This is, by the way, this is my max level account. It's completely maxed, nothing left to upgrade, just a few more levels of the hero, and I'll be able to finish, max this account completely. So let's go ahead and load my circle base. Make sure everything is on the right position. We'll need to make sure that the damage amplifier is there. Hotpot is here on the front. And let's put the Doom Cannon right here. I think that's going to be good. The only other change that I'm going to make is I'm going to move this rocket launcher here so that essentially the first few stages, if some of the units actually survive, I'll be able to kill them more quicker. But in general, this is the circle base. Let me move out of the way the mine so you can see a great layout of what the base looks like. So we have the front and here on the back. The idea is, again, divide and conquer the troops, essentially by dividing and delaying the troops. Some of the troops are going to go here on the right and they're going to take the long way around. That's going to give me enough time for essentially destroying whatever decides to go on the left side of the map. And that's pretty much it, guys. So with that being said, let's go ahead and click on defend on the first one. Warriors and tanks on the first stage. Most of them, I suspect, are going to end up going on the right side of the map. However, some of them do go to the left. Actually, all the tanks are going to the left except one. So this is going to be pretty good. I'm top rocket launchers. I'm top Doom Cannon. They're all going to make short work of those tanks pretty quickly. Perfect. So now you see why I put the rocket launcher on there. Sniper tower should start firing at them soon too. Let me accelerate and put this on ×4. Now, some of you may be asking, what's the purpose of the buildings in the front? If you haven't seen my videos before, and there's a good chance you haven't, the purpose of those four buildings in the front are to group the units. You group the units, whatever they are, riflemen, Sukas, grenadiers, tanks, whatever it is, they're going to get grouped either on the beach, either on the left or on the right, and then they're going to walk as a group on top of the mines, and therefore making the mines that much more effective because one mine is affecting the entire cluster. So here, you're going to be able to see what I'm talking about. You see all those heavies are walking as a group. The mines are affecting them all. And the other important thing is Doom Cannon has range right there. If they're walking as a group, the Doom Cannon has a higher chance of essentially destroying more than one troop at a time. Now, this is a hotpot level 2, a damage amplifier level 2, and a Doom Cannon level 1. Those are essentially what I'm using most commonly or normally. I've been using that since the hero patch came out. So what is that? 5 weeks? 4 weeks? And essentially I do that because I was running low of the white prototype part, whatever that is, the fuse, critical fuse. I want to say that's the fuse. So I was running low on those parts. And essentially doing this, and I just noticed I say essentially a lot. All right. That allows me to minimize the number of the white prototype part. I'm going to say that that's the critical fuse that I use. and slowly I've been recovering. Before the patch came out, I was at about 34 of those parts. Now I'm almost at, I want to say 87, 90. I may have collected some of them this morning. So let me, yeah, the one that we just got right there is the part that I was running the lowest. Because I was running level 3 damage amplifier, level 3 hot pot, and that ends up using a lot. So yeah, critical fuse. You see, now I'm at 86. I'm about balanced with the power rod and the compass gear. The field capacitor is the one that I have the most because I don't use those prototypes that use those a lot. All right, so let's go ahead and yada yada. You know, Hammerman, you are just probing. All right, so this time, we're getting more of those critical fuses. A lot of medics, tanks, riflemen, and warriors, and probably you'll see what I mean when I was talking about the buildings in the front. Now, this case is not as good as you would want to, because you have the tanks, and the tanks actually destroy the I said essentially again, destroy the buildings in the front a lot quicker than the riflemen could, so you do not allow time for them to bunch up. But here you're gonna see those warriors and those riflemen are just gonna perish with just a few mines, and that is essentially the gist of it. You make them bunch up, and once you bunch up, they walk as a group on top of the mines, and they're done. There's nothing else they can do. So the push on the left side of the map just got completely annihilated. Now we just have what? 1, 2, 3. We have 4 tanks remaining with a bunch of medics. They're gonna destroy the sniper tower probably. The medics are gonna be able to out-heal that, no problem at all. So this is gonna be a long time until they actually finish and get to where the other defenses can hit them. So my apologies for this. It's just gonna be a few seconds. So we will either win by timeout or we will win because we destroy those tanks. And based on the speed that this is going, we'll probably win by timeout. Or not actually. Now that all the rocket launchers are firing, sniper tower is firing too. And no, we won by timeout, guys. All right, perfect. So let's just keep going. Usually I don't need to make any changes to my circle base until like stages 6 or stages 7. Sometimes I can get all the way through stage 7 without making any major changes to the layout. So more medics, more riflemen, and more sukas. And this will be the prime example of why you have those grouping buildings in the front. There we go. Those riflemen are just gonna go to a better place. You see how one single mine affects them all? The medics cannot heal them. They're not there in time. The mines are so sudden that there's nothing they can do. Now you're gonna see, if I didn't have these buildings in the front, those riflemen would have walked over and destroyed those mines one by one, not as a group. Look. Bam, bam. So essentially the entire right push got annihilated by the mines. The same thing with the first wave on the left side. Now that we have, all that we have left are sukas, and we know that sukas are not going to fare well against all the splash damage defenses that we have here, especially them being amped up with 75%, is it? I want to say the damage amplifier level 2 amped up by 75. And now you see why I have the rocket launcher there, because otherwise those two riflemen would have dragged this match so long that it wouldn't have been funny. All right, so let's take a look at stage number 5. Let's see what he's bringing. A lot of heavies, a lot of riflemen, a lot of warriors and tanks. No medics though, so we should be doing pretty good on this stage. I'm not gonna make any changes to the base right now. I don't think I need to. Now, some of those riflemen are most likely going to go left, mainly because of the way they landed. Yep, there we go. It's unfortunate that those warriors didn't land earlier because they would have been wrecked by most of those mines. But they're still, some of them are still going to perish on the minefields. But I'm not worried at all. Now the hot pot comes online and it's just going to burn every single warrior that decides to get close to the first row of defenses. We have here a barrage that just destroyed one building. It's the first defensive building that we lost so far. And it just happened on the 5th stage of Hammerman fleet attacks us. So, or attacks our base, I don't know. Hammerman fleets. Alright, so pretty much the left side is pretty much gone. We have a bunch of heavies on the top, guys. I'm not concerned about them. We have a lot of one-shot defenses on the top. What I'm more concerned about is the fact that we still have 2 fronts that we have to defend against. But right now, the left side, it's gone. And a few seconds later, the right side upper part just went down too. So now, you try to imagine defending against this straight ahead. That's what makes it harder. Obviously, if you're max, if you have a damage amplifier, your results are probably going to be defeating Hammerman. But for lower level players that do not have enough damage or aren't that upgraded, this layout, guys, I tell you, it will work. I didn't record my attempt yesterday at Hammerman. I was able to beat stage 1 and almost defeat stage 2, but all those heavies made it so hard. And I have HQ5, HQ6 level defenses on my HQ16 account, so I thought it didn't make sense to record and share that. But let me know in the comments if that's something that, even if I fail, even if I don't get that far, if you'll be interested in seeing it. More fuses, which is awesome. A lot of riflemen, a lot of tanks. Well, not a lot, just 9 tanks and 12 medics. Riflemen are becoming first. Just remember, the order in which they appear in the picture is the order in which they're going to be dropped by Hammerman. Messages. All right, so here we go. I'm pretty confident that the majority of those riflemen are just going to suffer a very painful death on top of those minefields. That was essentially 6 boats of riflemen, roughly 6 boats of riflemen that just perished just on the minefield. They didn't even get to the defenses. And here on the right side, you're gonna see all but 2 of the first 8 boats that landed got destroyed. So now you're seeing sort of the power of the minefield. Upgrade those mines as soon as you can. They're going to give you the best chance of getting intel on defenses, because if you hide them, you can do booby traps, kill unsuspecting riflemen, unsuspecting sukas. And yeah, at the beginning, you really don't want, I can see the appeal of defending against player attacks, but what you really want are those diamonds and that intel for your task force. Alright, so we have lost the 2 front defenses for the first time, getting destroyed by actual troops instead of GBE. I don't suspect I will lose that many more buildings, essentially because now the hot pot is online. All the riflemen are coming into a nice little packed line. But we lost our 3rd defense. That was a machine gun. However, the flamethrower and the damage amplifier are making short work of all those riflemen. And that is it, guys. Just medics in the front left. All that remains is a nice packed group of riflemen. But riflemen without no support from medics and 3 amped up rocket launchers are no match against the team or against the base. Just a few more and this will be over, which is just now. And just like that, guys, we have managed to defeat stages 1 through 6, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1 through 6, guys. So the only change. Let me see what he's bringing. Oh, he's bringing a Noah's Ark. He's bringing medics. He's bringing riflemen. He's bringing warriors. He's bringing scorchers. He's bringing heavies and a lot of grenadiers, guys. So when there are grenadiers coming, especially at the end, I don't make any particular changes. If the grenadiers were coming at the beginning, I would definitely move the. I would do a first attack, figure out which way they're coming, and then remove the buildings on the front, because then they're gonna throw grenades and the oversplash is gonna kill the mines, you know, on this area, and you don't want that to happen. But because they're gonna be coming on the front, I'm pretty confident that by that time most of the minefields are gonna be destroyed. The only change I'm gonna make is I'm gonna put the rocket launcher on an amped up position. I need that damage to be done really quickly. Now, are there riflemen coming? Yeah, there's going to be riflemen coming on the. This actually going to be landing on the first wave, which means what? I want to have a lot of firepower in the front, essentially because I think the heavies are going to come on the left side, and I want that to be dealt with really, really quickly. But other than that, I'm not going to make any more changes. That's about it. I'm going to take a look. I don't expect to beat it the first time. If I do, it will be awesome. Otherwise, I will make changes. But the prototype parts drops are being awesome. We have 2 power rods, one field capacitor, and 2 more critical fuses. Pretty good if you tell me. Let's go ahead and defense against this hodgepodge of troops that are coming to attack us. Medics and riflemen and warriors at the beginning, they're all gonna group. I'm pretty confident that most of those warriors are gonna perish. Some of the riflemen will not, though. Now, the other benefit, guys, of having the layout like this is, you see now all the heavies are following here. Now, guess what's gonna happen once the medics finish healing that? Yes, they're gonna start heading and trying to heal the troops that are gonna be in the front. And that's going to be a chance that we will get to, number 1, destroy the medics because they're walking left and right. But number 2, they took time to walk over that direction. And that means that essentially I get extra time to destroy those troops before the medics can get and heal them. Now here comes a wave. Oh no. So the warriors are coming last and they're coming on the same side as the heavies. This is not looking good, guys. Those shocks right there were pretty unfortunate. They shocked most of our one-shot defenses. We need to move out that shock launcher out of the way. But look at these guys. We're not doing bad at all. We're not doing bad at all. We just have a few riflemen left. Our hot pot is still alive. Ooh, our hot pot just died. But look, guys, all that remains is a few riflemen on the left side, a few riflemen on the right side, and a bunch of grenadiers on the front. Now, yeah, I don't think we're going to defeat this now. If those riflemen were already dead, we would have defeated these. But I already know what the changes need to be made. I'm going to assume you don't want to see me doing the changes live. Well, I'm going to show you. If you don't like me, usually my motto is, I do a first attack. If I fail, I show you the logic of what I'm changing the first time, and then show you another attack. If that attack fails, I pause it, find a solution, and then show you. So at most, you're seeing a repeat of the same attack 3 times. But let me know in the comments if that's something you don't like seeing, if that's something that you want me to cut out, just show you the defeats, or the way you defeated the base. So I'm going to show you here what's going to be my logic. I'm going to now, what I'm looking on right now is where he's using the GBE. You see that machine gun right there? I need to take it out. There's no point. There's no point of me having that machine gun in the front lines getting targeted by GBE and damaging the rest of the stuff. All right, so this thing on the back in front of the sniper tower also needs to go. Again, there's no point of having buildings like that gets GBE destroyed. There's another barrage right next to it. And then he shocks the boom cannon. So that boom cannon needs to be moved out. Let's see what else he shocks. He shocks the shock launcher and the rocket launcher, guys. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. So, but I'd rather have it out and have all those defenses on the ready. All right, so I think I know what I need to move now. So let's go ahead. So we need to move two things. We need to move this machine gun out of the way. It's gonna get barraged, so there's no point. We need to move this thing out of the way. And I suspect that this thing gets barraged somewhere around here. So I'm gonna put it here. So maybe we'll get lucky and destroy some of the other guys. Now this thing also gets barraged, so there's no point on having it on the cluster. What other thing? This other thing also got barraged. Wait, was it this one? No, it was this one actually. This one got barraged. Yep. Now, in terms of shocks, this guy is critical. We need to have it, but I'm gonna put it up here. It's not gonna be on a booster position, and it's gonna be unfortunate. But yeah, I cannot have that thing just not putting damage out. So this machine gun is gonna be put here. Let's see, what else do we want? Let me move this machine gun to the front. Right here. I think we should be good to go, guys. I think this is it. Hopefully it will work. Let me move this rocket launcher here to this side. What I don't want is these two rocket launchers being down at the same time. That's going to be horrible if it happens. So let's go ahead and defend against this. I could have added more mines, actually, on hindsight. Could have added more mines here to get the riflemen. Most of those riflemen that are coming on the right side destroyed. But you see, moving that machine gun there and preventing damage or preventing any sort of undue damage to my defensive structures before the enemy just got into position. All right, so that you saw, if I had moved that sniper tower a little bit more forward, it would have been better. I would have killed more stuff. So if I end up failing this attack, that's what I'm going to end up doing. But you're not going to see me doing the move. You're going to just see the outcome. Then you see the other building that got targeted by GV. I moved it out of the way. There we go. There go the shock. Oh, he's targeting the he targeted the doom cannon, guys. That was horrible. I didn't see that happening. We're probably gonna lose. So we're not losing the hot pot yet. But this is looking a lot better, guys. We still have the damage amplifier. We still have a lot of one-shot defenses, and I'm pretty sure we'll defeat this. We have the rocket launcher looking at the north. Yeah, we're gonna defeat this, no problem at all. I mean, we'll have to be really unlucky for not to not defeat this. Come on, come on, come on. Keep those guys shocked. There we go, guys. We got this now. We got this now. Rocket launcher came. Rocket launcher and shock launcher clutched the win. Now, there were a couple things that I would have made different. Like if I had lost this, and that would have been, oh my God. That would have been to move this building here. As you saw, the barrage was coming in just as the troops were bunching around the sniper tower, and if you had that sniper tower there, Hammerman would have ended barraging his own troops, which is a win for you because you end up destroying more of his troops. And we just lost the hot pot. a few seconds ago. So let's deploy a new one. Well, I'll deploy it afterwards. But guys, that's about it. That's what I have for you today. I hope the video was helpful. I hope that you can implement this circle base. The circle base is amazing. I've been using the circle base ever since my HQ was like this account was about HQ 38, 39. As soon as I unlocked the prototype base, or the prototype building on my max level account, which is this one, I started using the circle base. That was, geez, it was maybe a year ago when I started doing this. And this sort of layout has helped me push all the way through to beating, being able to defeat Hammerman without ice. Obviously with all these prototype parts, but I'll have them anyways. Beating Hammerman stages 1 through 7 pretty effortlessly. In any case, guys, thanks for watching. Again, thanks for all the support. You are really amazing. If you're not subscribed, just click that subscribe button. If you like the content, if you watch more than a couple of my videos and say, hey, this guy gives me stuff that I liked, please consider subscribing. And if not, it's totally okay too. I'm pretty happy and content with just you guys watching and helping. This is why I do this, just to help you guys. So in any case, so checking out. Take care.